What's good, YouTube, and welcome to RogueDuelist TV. Had to channel my inner John Moore for that one. But guys, welcome to the channel. I hope you guys are excited for a new top YouTuber then and now episode. And today we're going to be covering the one and only John Moore from House of Champs. I'm very excited for this one because I could argue that John from House of Champs is probably one of the main reasons that I got into YouTubing. So I was probably watching House of Champs for maybe like 6 months or something like that in the later parts of 2019. And then in early 2020, he did a video on ratios in the EU and in the US on Legendary Duelist Magical Hero.
When we look at the case ratios for Magical Hero, we're back to the old short print ratios.
And when I saw those ratios and I saw that the ROI was so high if you were able to get your hands on EU cases because the ratios were far better for getting cards like Magician Souls, I really started looking into investing in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! And when I did that, that helped spawn my first channel, which is RogueDuelist Trade, where I talk about investing in upcoming and current Yu-Gi-Oh! Product. And when I first started, the personality that I showed in my videos had about as much character as a stone, and I had a lot to work on. So I actually reached out to John and asked him for any advice on my channel when I was in my very early beginnings. And he was actually humble enough to respond and give me very thorough feedback. Probably one of the main reasons that I am now starting to see success in my RogueDuelist Trade channel. So thanks, John, if you ever see this video. So here's what you can expect in today's video. We are gonna review the very first video that came out of House of Champs. We're gonna review the very first video where John actually showed his face on his channel. We will also review one of his very first news videos on the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. And then we will review his very first Market Watch video. And then to wrap up the video, we're gonna go over one of his most recent Market Watch videos and kind of compare how he's grown from his early beginnings up until today. And I also want to shout out House of Champs as a happy anniversary. As of October 4th, House of Champs hit 6 years of being on YouTube. So congrats to you, John. Before we jump into the meat of the content, if you guys enjoy these types of videos, enjoy high quality skits on Yu-Gi-Oh! Or just a variety of other Yu-Gi-Oh! Type of content, take a moment right now and subscribe to RogueDuelist TV and hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss great Yu-Gi-Oh! Content from me. All right, so we're gonna jump right in. So House of Champs is currently sitting at about 58,000 subscribers, and that's very good because John's channel is really a niche of a niche of a niche because it's TCG content, Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG content, investing in Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG content. So 58,000 is actually very good within that realm. And if you actually look through the videos here, his very first content was actually more around like deck profiles, news content, and live gameplay within Yu-Gi-Oh! And there really wasn't anything on Market Watches until, like I said, about 1.5 years. So let's go ahead and jump right in. And if you guys could actually see here, his very first video looks like it went viral, and that actually may have grown his channel very quickly. Let's go ahead and see. It says first place YCS Dallas Billy Break deck profile.
What's going on, guys? It's Billy Break here. Just won YCS Dallas. Made it all the way to top 16 with 60 card control. Everyone's been asking me for my deck list, and decided to debut it here on this YouTube channel that I'm going to be doing videos on with my roommates in the house that we live in and playing games and stuff.
So it looks like John didn't really start this channel on his own. He started this with his roommates because he just called out that he's starting this channel with a house of his roommates. Thus, probably the name of House of Champs. I'm assuming that's where the name came from. So it's kind of crazy to see that's how it kind of began. Kind of like a Team APS type of situation. Let's keep watching.
Before I actually show you what is in my 60 card control deck, as it's been dubbed, let me tell you a story, like why I was okay with playing 60 cards in the first place. Last, October, November, whatever YCS San Mateo was, it was the Dragon Ruler format where me and Robbie were playing Trigon to make like double Ancient Fairy Dragon and do all those shenanigans. And Robbie had built a version.
So it looks like his friend Billy Break won the YCS tournament in Dallas. He got first place. And it looks like that's kind of what got his channel to go semi-viral, because he hit 60,000 views. Now, I don't know how quickly he hit those views. It could be people watching it like me now, wanting to see John's very first video. So maybe it hit like 30 to 50,000 views, but I'm sure that grew his channel pretty quickly. Let's go ahead into his next video where we actually see John's face for the very first time, and he is now the face of House of Champs. I don't know if I've ever really even seen Billy Break or anybody else on his channel anymore. It looks like his roommates kind of fizzled out at one point and he just kind of kept it going. So let's go ahead and see the next one.
All right, we're going to do our first pack opening and giveaway. Shoutouts to trollandtoad.com for giving us these 5Ds Worlds to both open and give to you all. To 2 lucky winners, we're going to give out the...
Okay, so he's only 3 videos in. I think this is only 1 month after his first video. And they've already got what looks like a sponsorship from Troll and Toads. That's pretty crazy. They must have grown pretty quick in the beginning.
These sleeves, it's a 60 count Yu-Gi-Oh size. And also we're going to give out 2 5Ds Worlds. All you have to do is like our Facebook page and comment on the status with your favorite 5Ds World card. So let's get to it.
All right.
So it's slightly awkward. I mean, it's his very first video. And it's kind of funny to see their interaction with each other in this video. John obviously is kind of in his shell a little bit because he's very outgoing in his current videos. Let's keep watching and see how this goes.
What's your favorite 5Ds World card?
From the set?
Yeah, from this set.
I mean, like, probably Vandy's Emptiness, I guess. I don't really know all the cards that are in it.
I'm going to open one of the promo packs, show you all which promos are in here too.
Well, Black Rose Dragon's common.
Yeah, it's a common.
So somebody's obviously recording this and not doing the best job, but let's keep
Shooting Quasar Dragon, Black Rose Dragon. These are just the promos.
Oh, okay.
Starter Splash, Fenrir the Nordic Wolf, and Jormungard, or the Nordic Serpent. That sounds like that thing from the Midgar Serpent.
I'm just gonna put some of the good cards, like the hollows and the good cards up. Can you see them? Can you see them over here?
Yeah.
It definitely looks like an early first video, but man, John definitely has hustled since then because, you know, his channel's grown leaps and bounds since then, but he's doing a product opening, which is something that we rarely see John ever do. He's pretty much talking market watch for the most part, and it's funny it took that long to get there. But one of the things that John does do more often is news videos. So every time we know like cards that are going to be coming from the OCG that's going to be coming to the TCG, he does videos like that. So this is actually one of his very first news videos, which took about 6 months or so after his early videos to get there. So let's see what he's got to say.
YouTube, I've had a lot of requests to start basically a news segment where I cover news each week that's happened in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or things that are going on, product releases, upcoming product, just things that keep people in the loop of what's to come,
go ahead and like this
what's
video.
happened. And so, like, you know, people
5
like
years
leave
later.
the game for 3 weeks and it turns on its head. So let's get into it. And first off, welcome to the TCG, Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. It's been a while since it was released in OCG, and it's a little bit too late for it to have much of an effect. Most decks that have extra deck space room will be playing Black Rose Dragon like Shadows, but it makes them have to Unicore first and Necros. I still don't see much of a point, but it's, you know, it's here.
So what I immediately notice is that he's not nearly as animated as he is now. He's definitely more like modulating in his voice. Current videos, a little more outgoing and exciting. Right now, he's just kind of clicking through things. Definitely not nearly as polished as he is right now. He just kind of has like images saved on his desktop and he's just going through like opening images versus like him actually being on the web platforms and going through cards. Definitely different, but definitely has a feel of House of Champs. So just kind of like how he does things today. It definitely has that feel.
YCS Seattle, my friend Johnny Nagel here. Look at that handsome face. He managed to win the giant card over in YCS.
And also notice like what's going on with his background here. He's boxes and all sorts of stuff everywhere. He kind of has like his set where he records things now, or he kind of has like his collection of stuff behind him. Definitely he's grown a lot. Let's keep watching.
Seattle. Speaking of Seattle, we have 22 Necros decks, 6 Cliffords, and 4 Burning Abyss that top that event. After draft, Barrett Keys managed to take it down. So congrats to Barrett's. A lot of people said he deserves it. I have never met the person, but Billy says really good things about him, and I want to congratulate him. Welcome to the club. And then we move on to YCS Prague. We have 20.
It's crazy because John is actually very well spoken, at least in his current videos. Notice a lot of the uhs. He's grown a lot just in his ability to just be a public speaker, I guess. He's very good on being able to make videos that he doesn't have to edit, and honestly, I always admire that when I watch his videos. You guys don't notice I edit the crap out of my videos because I always have to stop and think, and I never can get my words straight as often as I would like. But we have our very first market watch from John, and if you look at it, it looks very similar to what he has going on now. Definitely feels like House of Champs. Now, something that's a little funny is there's somebody with a hood in the corner of the video here, so I don't know what that's about. So let's go ahead and watch this and see how he starts off his first market watch.
What's good, YouTube? So today I'm gonna start
You hear that? I think that was the first time I heard him say "What's good, YouTube." He's probably said it in other videos.
a new segment called The Marketplace, and we're gonna be watching kind of what's happening with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitive scenes market. So Cosmojo and Tenkan are up since most of the gold rares came, most of the Cosmos are now gold rares. So you have like Dark Destroyer, which is now down to like $15, and a lot of the decks accessible, except for the Bosch portion. So we have like...
So two things. One, he's definitely, as I mentioned, not as polished as he is now. I feel John is a lot more conversational in his current videos now. His thoughts are kind of more together. I do notice he kind of seems more downcast, I guess, in his older videos. He's a lot more upbeat and positive, I'd say, in his current videos. How long has TCG Player been around? Because it's interesting to see him going through eBay, which obviously would probably be the main platform if TCG Player didn't exist. And the second thing, his music, he's kind of got like words going on in the music as well, which is kind of a little too loud. Again, he's definitely grown in that aspect as well.
725 announced common to come in a future structure deck that I believe comes out around May. Dante down to 350, lowest buy it now. Oh man. So Gold Rare really just bottoming out the prices of a lot of cards here. Giant Hand started at 35 but has fallen to 22. I expect this to go up in the future.
So his content's very helpful. It's definitely interesting to see that he stuck to this. I mean, maybe he got such a great response that he decided to kind of make this his niche, because it's definitely, he's very good at it today. I mean, he's one of the best in terms of market watches. Absolutely enjoy his content now. Let's go ahead into one of his most recent market watch videos on YouTube. So this came out October 9th, 2020. I don't know if he realized, we'll see if he says it, but it's been 6 years that his channel's been around. So again, happy anniversary to you, John. Let's go ahead and see this.
What's good, YouTube and Twitch? We're here with the Tipsy Market Watch, the most professional channel here on YouTube, and we're going to start off with something interesting that has come to my attention thanks to chat, and that's that the...
Can you guys see that immediately? He comes off very exciting, very positive, very upbeat in his voice. It's a night and day difference from where he was before. Now, the content is just as beneficial as it was before, probably even more beneficial now because he's even more experienced. But personality really is everything. It's definitely a night and day difference. I want to watch this video more just because of his personality and how much more outgoing he is.
The Gaia the Fierce Knight Origin and Malice Lady of Lament Sneak Peek Ultras don't seem to have listings on TCG Player and are very, very much so up in price on eBay. So if you came across these cards, I guess Sneak Peek has had its name actually changed in recent history to like it's a premiere event, which is confusing with premiere events. You see that these are way up in price. I don't know the actual sales rates you will see, but they're ridiculously up there. They're not very available. So if you have them, maybe try to make some sales, because their counterparts, the super rares, well, Gaia is pretty much worthless for what it is.
He's doing a far better job than he did in his earlier videos, and that makes sense because he's now experienced, he's grown, he's learned from kind of trial and error. and he's far more prepared. You can definitely tell. I know in the videos that I do, especially on investing content, you have to do a lot of research beforehand. So guys, definitely know that this guy is probably spending a lot of time looking at cards in the marketplace, deciding on what he's wanting to cover, and then making sure he knows what he's going to discuss as he goes there. His channel is information based. You know, he's not going to be doing things like Team Samurai where he's got crazy explosions and stuff like that going on, which I absolutely enjoy in that channel. But for his niche and for the content that he makes, he has to make videos like every single day, it seems, just to be able to keep up and keep you guys up to date. And he does a great job doing it. And with having to do videos very quickly, he's figured out a way to be able to produce that content and still keeping it within like the 8 to 15 minute range. Now, I'd probably say as he's grown and started getting into other content like news and market watches, he probably grew to like a 6. And I would say right now, more specifically with this type of niche content, because you can't really compare this to like a SEMO or a Team Samurai. This fulfills a different need within the Yugi tubing space. I would say he's probably like between 8.59 or something like that, just because you can never give anybody a perfect score. But I would say John is the top in terms of market watch videos. He does a very good job. So guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and end this video. Absolutely, again, love John's content. Glad he is part of the Yugi tubing space. But guys, let me know down in the comments below, what did you think about today's video? And also, what are other Yugi tubers that you would like me to cover on this series, Top Yugi Tubers Then and Now? I'm gonna try to get these types of videos out at least one per week. Make sure you stop and subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. Also guys, if you want to help grow this channel with me by helping the YouTube algorithm, like this video. Again, that will help the YouTube algorithm, help spread this content, and we can grow this channel together. So I appreciate you guys stopping by, and we'll see you on the next video on Rogue Duelist TV.